squad are pugs, with TM32 having a one-game advantage in record. So, in terms of like playoffs, TM32 needs to win a race or have pugs lose their second race this week. Pugs, unfortunately, has kind of gotten the unluckiest of draws of this group for the last week of the season, and they are playing Used Bow, which is their out of division matchup. And it's the team that has not lost a single game all year over the Misery Mire division with Structural Mike Talfar and Gem. So Pugs still has a lot of work to do in order to get their seventh win and try to tie TM32. That being said, TM32 wins one of their next two games against 3 off the tee. They're through. Randomizer is a pretty good equalizer in a lot of things, so we'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah, so the move today is, as we have had all week, co-op, boot start, Randomizer. So, yeah, boot start is one of those things that you do in Randomizer when you want to see runners dash into crystal rollers everywhere.
Yeah, and we are actually playing with Logical Randomizer, which is a new for League this season. Unlike previous years where we had been running with more of the standard Vitor branch Randomizer, where the enemy shuffle is kind of done post-C generation, Logical Randomizer is being run off of the Doors branch and is done during the World generation. So we can actually be logically expected to collect a bow in order to kill like Gurias or Igors in like Mini Moldorm Cave, rather than kind of having like what you would normally see in Mini Moldorm Cave in this, which is a whole bunch of shadows or ropas or something that are really, really easy to kill because there was no way to guarantee that you'd have a good kill weapon for those. A guaranteed kill weapon for some of the harder enemies. So, it kind of means that we should be like seeing our weapons a lot earlier than we might normally get them. But it also does mean, like, for Mini Moldorm Cave, like, we might not be able to check Mini Moldorm Cave for a little bit. As opposed to being, like, you know, a sub 5 minute check at a lot of races.
Yeah. And our runners are going to get going here any second now. They are all set up. Any second now. So yeah, Randomizer obviously, and also co-op is the important thing. These runners are sharing information with each other, and correct me if I'm wrong, it is the average time?
Yes, we're not playing by the duality rules of, last finish. We are playing with first finish. But starting off this Canis Maria and Half Magic, I think both TM32 opted to kind of like immediately go for picking that up just to like have their weapon available early on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weapon. Not the best, but it's a weapon.
Yeah.
In Randomizer, you want a weapon as soon as you can.
Yeah. Especially with Half Magic, like that thing is going to go for a while.
Ice Palace, Green Pendant.
Nothing too bad in... Okay. Sword Meal and Bottle and Saha. I have to imagine that once the runners are done checking Lost Woods, they're going to head... Oh, we have an Ega Seed! Yay. Yay. Alright.
Yeah. So I was going to say, this is the one mode of all the modes where you are happy to see male upgrade. Unfortunately, Homemade Bear finds a chain jump and can't farm bombs.
Yeah. Trinky's gonna go take a look at the castle here. And Leaf's gonna go, like, there's no point in, like, going to CAC knowing where there's a bottle. And we have actually, now this is really interesting. We have an early Quake medallion. That actually can be logically important because if we have dead rocks, oh god, we already have Master Sword.
Yeah,
Where's our
Drake is
lamp?
gonna go.
Where's our lamp?
Yeah, Drake is gonna go straight into the castle here because if you find that lamp in here, you're just gonna climb immediately.
Yeah.
You have boots already, and yeah.
I'm gonna throw in the library. Bombos, so we can deal with, oh no. Okay, well, the magic powder there is interesting. That just means that... Oh, okay, so what we were saying about logical randomizer. We had a red mimic there. We couldn't get it out of the way. A red Iger. We couldn't get it out of the way, so... And the book's moved position slightly.
Okay. Drake is gonna go to Eastern.
Yeah.
Whereas Leaf is gonna go to... Okay.
Well, Leaf's gonna go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We are syncing some timers here, so please bear with us.
Yeah.
This is not lag, it's just thinking. Not that much in the actual village. Merle, Bombos, and Book. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Yeah, 3 of the team are both doing the entire village here. Whereas Drake is gonna come here, grab the moon pole, grab the book, and maybe Bombos. Probably Bombos.
Yeah, you're gonna get Bombos just for... You don't have any fire magic yet. We might find Fire Rod first, but who knows. It looks like it's Moldorm at the back of Eastern. Looks like Bear's gonna head for South Shore.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You have a sword, you can maybe kill the enemies in the Molten Cave. Yeah. That is Flippers in Eastern.
That's interesting. So that's like the Zoriarian logic now. Half magic and Bombos, by the way. Very good for a room like this. For 3
ALTTP. Yeah. And a third sword.
Yeah.
And 600 rupees. Out of 2 chests. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the mushroom check here for 3 ALTTP on Fear Agent side.
Yeah, Drake is on 1 heart here, and it's... Oof.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Lionels.
Some seeds you don't see any Lionels, some you see a billion of them. Leafs acquired Bombas, has finished up line set. Not sure where they're going just now, but...
And who maybe gets sniped by a Lionel when water walking.
Yeah.
And Fair Agent gets... Oh... Fair Agent doesn't have a sword. He couldn't use bombos.
Oh, yeah.
And the only other real weapon against a... against those enemies, it's Kane, and it's not fast.
No.
So, Fair Agent is running to get his first sword.
Yeah, I wonder if here will end up going into Eastern here as well. Has a little bit more health than Leaf than Dreaky did.
Yeah.
Leaf, you have half magic and bombos. How long?
Yeah, no bow yet, so we can't go any deeper into castle right now.
No. And Beer is heading for desert. And probably.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of logic here. It's Zora area and Agina and Eastern. No, sorry, desert.
I mean, yeah, we have early books, all deserts and logic. I think Dreaky's going to be the one who's going to get sent to check Zora area. There was 600 rupees in the back of Mini Moldorm Cave. There's a sword there, and Dreaky has flippers, so Dreaky's not going to get stuck, worried to have to do the water walk. You know, have to worry about getting caught water walking in Randomizer, which is always a nightmare. If it falls.
Especially with the number of Lionels we had today in that area.
Yeah, Pendant Desert.
So you're hoping to get all of the items out of here quickly.
Tricky drinks on any Elesaur that just fall in the pit. Tricky, the first one.
Yep.
Piece of heart.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Piece of heart in desert and compass.
Well, we got Trinex on the boss. We're not being Trinex.
No. Okay, Fair Agent gets the flippers. That tells 3 of the T that, yeah, Zora is in logic now. So this must be the big key on the torch. There's nowhere else it could be. And they're just hoping that there's something in the big chest here.
Yeah.
Because you do not want to go back all this way just to kill a Trinex on the boss in a pendant dungeon.
Yeah, did Dreaky set up a water walk here? Is he just gonna slow it down?
Okay, we have... Sorry?
Sorry, what'd you say?
We have no more items in desert. We found the 2 items.
Just a rupee on the Lake Island. I was gonna say, did Dreaky set up the water walk off of Ice Rod Cave? He did, and then immediately got nailed by a ball and chain guard. So he lost it. But
yeah, that's what happens in Randomizer. French vanilla bottle, because that actually contains something.
Alright, so we're gonna see either a lamp or... Oh!
Oh no!
Okay. So it's gonna be... But... The big key was vanilla, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that just means that our lamp is sitting over here in the Zora area.
Yeah, I think TM32 are just gonna run up the Agathon and not go back into Eastern?
I mean, they'll go back into Eastern sooner. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll have to see how bad not having the glove will hurt. Oh, there's a second glove. Okay, so we already have Mitsax. It's King's Tomb?
No, it can't be. We need mitts for King's Tomb.
Oh, no, we need mitts for King's Tomb. This is going to be the lamp.
Yeah, that's the lamp. So now we have mitts access, and that's Darkworld access.
Yeah. I wonder if when Leaf will go into Eastern to go get Flippers, because they want that glove. They want the glove. And I mean, now the alternate question is, which one of our teams is going to discover the other glove first?
Yeah, probably Leaf, because they have more hearts and can probably withstand the entire Eastern area, or the entire Eastern, without the lamp. And yeah, this is Drakey just beelining for that hammer.
Yeah.
The one thing TM32 has over is that they have a sword advantage.
Well, yeah, but they're gonna... TM32's sword is sitting at Uncle. Throughout the team will discover the sword when they go to the castle.
Fair.
Ooh, and a hook shot. Alright. Alright, game. Alright, so we'll have to see how Leaf's gonna play this.
I mean, they know it's a crystal.
They know it's a crystal, they also know that it's Moldorm, so Leaf can go kill... If Leaf can get through the dark room...
Yeah, they're down to 2 hearts. I hope they're good at this.
Okay, now here's the problem. Okay, no, this isn't...
Mm-hmm.
Logical Randomizer, this gets shuffled. Still a heart over here.
And Leaf now knows what the enemies are in here. They're not going in completely blind.
Yeah.
Drakey is getting a lot of usage out of bombos in his climb.
Yeah, that's kind of expected, to be honest. Alright. Really? I guess 3 out the T doesn't want to do Aga. They know they have to do Aga, and they know it's going to be the lamp. I guess they're trying to figure out which flipper check has it. Oh no, Leaf takes to death! Oh no. That's unfortunate.
That's a save and quit.
Yeah. Like, they're going to find that glove eventually, because it's a crystal, and it's required.
Yeah, for TM32's sake, I hope they find the mirror soon. Because that means they're gonna go do pod, clear it, and then jump over and do Eastern.
Yeah.
Without that mirror, I do not see them going back to Eastern anytime soon.
Yeah. Fortunately, this does mean that Team 3 out is going to have mitts for a while.
Yep.
And this does mean like they have all the Dark Death Mountain available, all Death Mountain available. Drake is the first one to beat up Aga.
Yeah, and Fear Agent just realizing, oh, there's our mitts.
Yeah, there's P-Train in chat is pointing out. If this somehow allows for mitts to come out, this could be the greatest scene for them ever. We haven't seen what our pendant, what our Dark World is, but like we know that we've got one Trinex in Desert that we don't have to beat. And, yeah. Lee's gonna check back of escape and then discover the hook shot.
Yeah. So Leaf might just go up the mountain at this point with that hook shot. While
no, Leaf's gonna probably do Aga because you want to get the hammer so that way you can cross over into Hera.
Yeah.
So all our runners are going to have the conversion to doing Aga, though. Of course, right now, throughout the T has gotten the Eastern Palace clear. TM32 will do it eventually again, but just kind of unfortunate.
I'm not seeing anything on the tracker from Catfish, so I am assuming there was nothing.
Tricky going for their hookshot. P-Train attempting to mimic clip here for some reason. You have a spare key. You have a spare key. You don't need to use the spare key. You don't... They both have an extra key. Like, Leaf just ran right through it because Leaf doesn't need the spare key.
Yeah.
You don't need to get that key. I mean, everything beyond here is all going to be bow locked, which will be interesting from a logical perspective. If it's nothing, it's nothing. And Druki will have hammer, and then Druki will go up the mountain and start doing probably Death Mountain.
Yeah. So, what do we actually need to start go moding?
We'll need a bow. Well, we
Maybe.
probably need a bow.
Probably. Nothing bow locked in the castle.
No. That's a wonderful Old Man Rescue Cave, just a bajillion explosions that don't do anything. It's like a Michael Bay movie.
So we're most
smart,
likely,
you know.
yeah, we're smart. We're probably gonna need them anyway. Just saying, probably.
Yeah, we need to know what our last crystals and pendants are. Because Swamp Palace could, if we need a mirror for Swamp, we need a mirror for Swamp.
Yeah.
Like it's probably going to be bow, and maybe we need a fire rod or mirror. Not again. I guess not 100% guarantee we need a bow, but with logic one.
Yeah, and the hammer is on the lumberjack. Check.
Yeah. Hammer is lumberjack. Well, both teams saw it early. Right now, the big problem is that TM32 needs to get the mitts out of Eastern Palace big chest, and it's a vanilla big key, and they both died going for the big key. Thankfully, Eastern Palace is a crystal, so they will go back for it eventually. But
that is a fire rod in Paradox.
all right, well, I'm really scared now. It's gonna really depend on what our bosses end up being. He finally remembers that they have problems. Nothing on either tablet. We can do every boss except for Trinex, and we've already seen one Trinex, so as long as we don't get a dupe Trinex, we're good. I guess. And then it's really just going to depend if we get stuck with a red Igor in a kill room. Or a red Korea. Aeropod's suddenly a very dangerous place. There's our magic cave. It's nice.
Nice to have before you go over to Bumper Ledge.
Yeah. King Sim is a boomerang, so nothing. It's locked immediately. Oh boy, it's Mini Moldor. It's everyone's favorite Helmosaur in Kura.
Yeah, 3 after T. Yeah, 3 after T going for the hammer. Homemade Bear takes another death on their way to Catfish. Now, there was nothing on Catfish, but they don't know that.
Yeah. Want to know what our other two pendants are. I don't think we've had a map check in the Dark World to see what they are just yet.
Not that I've seen, and no trackers have been lit up either for the Dark World.
Yeah, Triky's going to go back to Spiral. So nothing too much up on Death Mountain, thankfully.
On the light
so
side.
Far, on the light world side of things, so we'll have to see what happens in the dark world side of things.
Yeah.
In a second. One last check here on the light world side and Spiral Cave. It's nothing.
So we got a fire rod, and that's fire rod and crystal.
Yeah, fire rod. I guess there is fire rod. We'll have to see if Skullwood's a crystal or not. Triky's gonna head to do the North Dark World checks.
I'm a little bit curious that both three after T. Okay, I was thinking, are you really both gonna do the mountain at the same time? No, Homie Bear just doing So man rescue and then go giant cave.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
You're up there for lumberjack anyway. Might as well just get the save point activated for later. You know you're going back up the mountain eventually.
And hype cave today, 40 rupees, 10 arrows, 60 rupees. 60 rupees for 20 arrows, that's a 0 out of 10.
Okay, skull is required, pod is a pendant. Ice, we knew ice was the other pendant. Okay. So we are going to need a mirror.
Yep. We are gonna need that fire rod,
Yeah.
but both teams have it. Oh, Drake is gonna run and read ped.
Yeah. At this point, I mean, mirror could be on ped. Ice rock could be on ped. Ice rock can't be on ped.
Bow could be. Just bombs.
Yeah. We are going to need a flute as well. So,
True. So yeah, we need probably a bow, because we are more than likely to actually get a room where we have to use a bow to kill an enemy in this mode. We need the flute, we need the mirror.
we don't hard... Yeah, we want hard need a bow because of pod right now. But...
True. It's just that if you can't really be in go mode if you're lacking the bow, because if you just end up in a single room where you can't mimic clip them out, then yeah, you don't want to end up in that situation.
Yeah. Leaf's gonna head into, I wonder if Leaf will do Spike Cave after, we'll go off into Hera and do Spike Cave after beating Hera. Because at least going to go and get the fire rod, knowing that Skullwood's is a crystal. Three off the tee, and then it's 3 off the tee is going to go do Smith Chain. Oh, shovel, wonderful.
Yay! Fetch quest. Yeah, still quite a few things to grab for us here.
Now Leaf accidentally... Leaf accidentally went down the wrong way, I think. But I think they're gonna... Oh, there's a bow on Smith's!
Oh.
At least Leaf still need to go get the fire rod, okay. Alright,
Yeah.
well...
Yeah, those smiths are looking better and better to have this seed early.
But on Pierre's side, we're going to see the other 6-6 on Dark Death Mountain in the second after Spiral Cave. Okay, so I think Leaf is going to go beat Hera, beat Helma. And then probably drop down and do Spike Cave. And knock it off
I mean,
the board.
with fair agents, items right now, couldn't he technically finish TR?
Yeah, he could.
That's a single climb mountain for every single check except floating island.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's gonna.
If it is.
Yeah. Is that vanilla moth?
Yes.
All right. 2 crystals for Juki.
And it's Quake. So yeah, Fair Agent can finish up TR if it is a boss that we can kill, which right now it is only Trinix vanilla that could prevent.
Yeah, and it'll have to be the Dupatronics that is in the pool.
And that's the Ice Rod in Hookshot game.
Alright, well, at 32 minutes and 50 seconds in, figure out the D is in go mode.
No.
No, what am I saying? We still need Fluting Mirror. We can kill every boss. We cannot access everything. What am I saying?
Yeah, we can access every dungeon at 32 minutes. Now, killing bosses, well, we can kill every boss, sorry, but not actually enter every dungeon.
Right. We have 1 dungeon we can't enter right now. 2 dungeons we can't enter. What am I?
Yeah, that is Blind going down for Homie Bear and Fair Agent entering TR, knowing that they are 2 items from Go mode.
Beer's gonna go check purple chest. Hammer pegs. Oh, that's a wonderful screen.
Helma not agreeing with Leaf here.
No. Alright, let's see how Leaf and Druki are going to split this up now, because this will be Leaf going into Spike Cave, and then I have to imagine Leaf might take a run for Eastern into Pod or something, because they're almost out of stuff that doesn't require mitts.
I mean, yeah, Pod makes sense, but here's the one thing. Fair Agent and Homie Bear has a lot of crystal dungeons that they can full clear right now.
Yeah.
But that is full clearing them. If there is one of the 2 items are in Pod Eastern, or in Pod, sorry, that's going to be one of the last places 3 of the T goes to.
Yeah.
Because why do a pendant dungeon when you have crystals to clear?
Well, it also depends, like, how far, what... Okay, so Leaf is heading for Eastern. We'll see if they want to go... well, at least if they're going to go for Pod first, or no, they're going to do Eastern first because they can beat Eastern. They have the lamp now. They have an invincibility item. Mickey just is not frightened. They're going to get annoyed very much quickly that mitts were there, and they could have had mitts for the mountain. But... then I guess the question is how much damage control you start going through with in your head on that.
That depends on where Drakey is going after this down. Because they might go to Pod.
Yeah.
Pichu, that glove was in Eastern Big Key chest, which both players on TM32 died going to.
Yeah. Yeah, logically, that glove required a double tip at Eastern Palace. The flippers were in Compass chest. You had to get the Compass chest flippers to go get the lamp off of Zora. Guess flippers locked both gloves today. And Driggy's going to go through the rest of Thieves, which is a good call given this situation. I think they're going to probably start abandoning Mitz checks very shortly, except for dungeon stuff. Unless they go for the mountain. I have to imagine Pod will be... They'll probably search Pod, thinking that... Well, if our opponents have Mitz, they're doing everything but Pod.
Yeah, I mean, TM32 are gonna know that they are late, very late to that Mitz. Absolutely. So... the probable call from them is to just, okay, let's do Pennant Dungeons and hope one of our Gomod items are in there.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, like, the bow may not bite them too bad, because it'll really only come into play if we hit an Igor in a kill round that we need to go through, but not a guarantee again.
And there's always a second bow out there.
Yeah. And for example, if there's a mirror in the back of Thieves Town, that is immense for TM32.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So with that small key, there are 2 chests back here more tricky.
Yeah.
Oh, just one more because that was a map or a compass left.
Yeah. Alright. Please got Mitz. Tricky is heading to check the shovel first. Well, not gonna do Pod. Gonna do TR. Also understandable.
Very understandable. The fluke is vanilla.
Well, vanilla. Where was the shovel again?
Chat. Where was the shovel?
The shovel's in Skull Woods.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Leaf pulls Ice Rod... If Drakey goes and turns in the Smith, gets the bow, and then... Leaf pulls the Ice Rod, then the TM32 is all of a sudden just looking for a mirror.
Yeah. Homemade Bear is going to Skullwoods right now. Or going away from Skullwoods.
Okay, I guess, okay, Tricky can't do... Tricky needs to get their mitts first.
Yeah.
Alright, 3 out the T.
Yeah, sorry, TM32 is going to have that Ice Rod soon, very soon, on Leaf side. So they're gonna know at that point, hey, we just need the mirror now.
Yeah.
There's a shovel for Homemade Bear.
Yeah.
But the question is, when do you route that in when you already have the meds?
I mean, they're gonna do ice, but it's gonna get tricky. Oh no. Drakey soft-locked himself.
No, Drakey. And didn't get their meds. They just got the big key.
Yeah. Well.
This is rough for Drakey and TM32.
Yeah.
So I would say at this point, 3 after Chi has a bit of a lead. The bow is one thing, and having the mitts earlier and doing things more efficient up the mountain and such things.
Yeah.
However, that flute, if they choose to ignore that vanilla flute for a long time, yes, you have dungeons with a lot more items to clear than that single check.
Yeah. Oh, I missed a statue on the conveyor belt in the back of Skullwoods earlier, in the back of T10.
Yeah.
Just it moving. Yeah, really, realistically, like, it's really gonna depend on kind of like where the mirror ends up being. If you can really put off the flute, that shovel for a while if you're not careful. Co-op's gonna make it a lot easier to get back to just because you're clearing the world in a much faster fashion. But your opponents are also clearing the world in a much faster fashion.
Yeah. Worried about Leaf here because that's a hot and a half in TR.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, the red berry didn't have the key in the back. That's unfortunate. Logically, you need like a fire bombos or fire rod to kill that berry. Because if you split it, it won't actually do a key drop.
Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe is going straight for that flute and shovel. Yeah. So both of the teams are now in a single item go mode. Well,
Yeah.
Technically Team 32 is in 2 because they don't have a bow.
Well, I mean, the last bow checks right now that we have, we don't have any actual official bow checks other than Helma left right now.
Yeah.
Tricky looking for the last shadow. Doesn't spawn somewhere. Oh, Staphos Knight. It didn't spawn because of probably sprite overload. So, like, we can have a bow lock, it's just going to be a very indeterminate bow lock. It takes a death just to get a health refill here in TR.
The best spot to do it.
He's probably going to be the first of our runners into Mire.
Yeah.
Alright, do we need Ether today, actually? That is something we forgot.
Oh.
We might not have the medallion. No, it's Bombos. Never mind. So.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about that, but yeah, it kind of don't bother. Yeah, Drake looks like they're gonna just go in here and finish off Meyer while they're here.
Yeah.
Closely followed by a bear.
Leafs on their way to their third crystal. It's one of those nights.
Yeah, and that boss check means Leaf can just use up the magic here. They don't need to save magic for the boss.
Well, I mean, they can pull up Burn strats, which will probably be slightly faster. Guards are in their large prize pool. Fortunately, we're playing Randomizer, so it's very hard to predict where they're going to end up. We are also into Meyer now, so... Really early boss key. Drakey's gonna send it.
Yeah.
Understandable, it's Meyer. You can come back in later.
I mean, you get maybe one item here on the bridge. Nope. So you're gonna leave at least one item. But yeah, TM32 has to start playing a little bit more aggressive here if they want to win this. And they know it.
Yeah. Alright, so Leaf has finished their third crystal, and is probably going to go get the next 2 crystals out of Skull and Thieves, and then go grab the flute and activate a flute.
Oh right, Drakey doesn't know what boss it is here.
Yeah, it could still be a Trinex.
This could still be a Trinex. We haven't seen any duplicates yet.
Nope.
Blind, I think, is the most annoying boss on this Meyer arena.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully Drakey has at least... Okay, we have Mothula. We also have Cape. So this shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, and there was not a vanilla Mothula, it was a Moldorm on Mothula's arena.
Oh, okay, so we've gotten 2 Moldorm dupes.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see Moldorm on top of Castle now, which still leaves like Blind, Helma, Mothula, Cold Stare, or Vidi. Interesting, leave one for Hammer Pegs. I can't imagine this Fifth Chain's on the table though, which is unfortunate because that's the bow, and then you truly know, 100% should know you're in go mode. But Drakey's going back in.
Okay. So there was, I believe, no item on the boss, so...
No.
2 items left in here? Okay.
Yeah. They're probably going to play with the thought pattern of, well, it was such an early big key then our opponents probably, when we're 1 from go, that our opponents did the same thing that they both did. And they're both going back in. First item. Over fear.
Looking more and more likely that our mirror is hiding in a pendant dungeon.
Yeah, ice or pod.
Yeah.
It'd be really bad if it's pod. 4 crystals for Leaf. Meanwhile, Fear's at 4, Fear's at 5. I don't know why Fear's going for the old man. Uncle.
He has to
Dark
go
Cross.
around this way.
Yes, he's going for Dark Cross.
Yeah. And you have to go around this way because we have the mirror portal.
We have the mirror portal active, right? And that's no longer a poultry because we've been Naga.
You can't powder those. You can't.
Oh yeah, those are the anti-fairies that are generate. Oh, Leaf's actually doing Smiths, so Leaf will discover the bow, which is
good.
All right, we are out.
No items in my.
Yeah.
Did we see purple chest?
Yes. I have to imagine Drinky's going to go immediately go grab the bow as well in a second.
Probably.
Drinky's going to go for ice first. Which is really... I'm really surprised that Fear went for back of castle as opposed to ice.
So they got that bow and realized, hey, we can actually clear the front and logic now.
Yeah, but they had the key. They didn't need to kill the High Court.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So, for those joining us right now, we're just kind of on a mirror hunt right now. We had 2 really, really early gloves and a hammerhead lumberjack.
Mm-hmm. And the first chest in Ice Palace is bow locked.
Oh boy.
So Drake is gonna save and quit and go get that bow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fear is gonna go do catfish that Bear died to about half an hour ago.
Well, it turns out Drinky's just gonna go for pot instead.
Oh, okay.
I don't really hate this. Like... we are playing with Randomizer, so there's... Unless the mirror is specifically on Helma, there's no guarantee that we need the bow and pot.
Fear Agent is now going to follow Leaf. Sorry, gonna follow Drakey into Pod, whereas Bear is gonna do Ice. There are getting fewer and fewer outs of TM32 here, because they are behind and there's really no place left where that mirror could be that they can make up that time.
Well, right now, Leaf is very much tied with fear in dungeon clears. Drakey is very much tied with beer as well. Like, it's not really that far apart. Like, whoever finds the mirror will then immediately go and have to do, like, swamp, and we go mode swamp. TR, they're gonna go mode. Leaf's gonna go beat Mothula in a second, and then... Okay, I forgot, Leaf hasn't beaten Mothula. It's not even Mothula, it's Moldor met Mothula. So...
I think they're just walking from there now.
Oh, the second bow is freaking ice.
Okay, game.
I guess Leaf's doing purple chest. Okay, Leaf beat Mothula, so it is purple chest. That's fine. Like...
But no mirror yet.
No, but we're almost out of spots, because it's basically got to be in Potter Ice at this point. We've seen all of our other fetch quests, we've seen our other tablets, everything else is mirror locked. Like, the one unfortunate thing will be, like, if it's in...
Yeah. Because we saw both items out of desert, so it can't be there.
Yeah. Like, at most it's green pendant, which is, you know, technically ice. Drink, you'll have to equip the shield. Or equip the cape. So Drakey's probably gonna find the unless it's green pendant turn, and we're gonna see it very, very shortly. Because we're down to 5 checks in pod and the boss.
What if it's somehow on the boss in pod?
Yeah.
Because Drakey can't do that.
Yeah, that would be the worst spot for it. Alright, is it... No.
Ice is useless.
It's not ice. So Drakey's got a 3 and 4 shot right now of finding it first. 2 and 3. Here it is.
There it is. Come on.
Come on.
And Trevagent is not going to get that mirror right now, but he's gonna get it very, very soon.
Yeah.
So both of our teams are going to be in go mode very shortly, and Trevagent does check the boss on the compass.
Yeah.
Just in case. So let's see here.
This is going to be very, very close.
Drakey still has to do Swamp and also Turtle Rock.
Yeah, but so does Beer. So
does Beer. Leaf has to do get the mirror, go to Swamp, and
go to Swamp. Go to Swamp, go to Mire.
Yeah,
and so does Fear.
Go to Mire.
So does Fear. So,
okay.
Basically very similar tasks for both of our runners.
Yeah, and Homie Bear has to continue walking here because he needs a key.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no key in Cannonball chest, so we have to go through the Bowlock side.
Yeah.
And Drakey will probably end up picking up Ice Rod because it's just in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, this is a close one. This is a real close one.
Yeah, Beer will have silvers for Ganon, which will save a little time, but Fear's not getting the silvers. I'm not even sure Drieky's getting a bow.
Probably not.
Oh, very good with the stair auto clip on Leaf's side. See if Leaf can get the hammer jump here and save a little bit extra time as well. We're just gonna go for the safe strats and go through the maze.
Yeah, the one fear I have here is all of these runners have to do the GT climb.
Yeah.
And if there's a bow-locked enemy there, that's gonna spell trouble for Drakey.
Yeah. Drakey knows where the bow, he can get a bow, but
yeah. But I think TM32 feels a little bit behind because of how things went with the myths.
Yeah.
That they're gonna risk it.
Or can I get fire red strats on Harmos?
Why not?
It does a surprising amount of damage. Just not something we ever really pull out of the bag for Harmos.
Drakey does want to pick up that ice rod in hookshot K before going into GT though.
Yeah. So I think we had a duplicate of Armos Knight, so we have one more duplicate left. So
yeah.
The chances that Obitronics are very slim, but it's still there.
We know that we had a blind in pod.
Okay. Be funny if we get a second Moldorm in a second Hulmasaur in a Moldorm arena today. But
so yeah, Drakey is going for that bow. Okay.
yeah. It's not a big time investment, and you'd rather do it now just than lose it. I do think right now 3 out the T does have a bit of a time lead, but
yeah,
it'll be close.
So we can compare Drakey against home and Fear against Leaf, because they have the dungeons each left to clear.
Yeah.
So Drakey with a very, very, very small advantage over Homer there, but Leaf being decent-sized chunk time behind Fear. I want to say about a minute and a half in total difference right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meyer was a Goma Meyer.
Yeah. Well, I'll come down to GT Radic. Potentially, but I think you're gonna DM route GT anyway, and Randomizer with boss shuffle, and we're not going to really split the route up because Fear is going to be in GT just a lot earlier than Fear.
Yeah.
Same with Leaf. Actually, Leaf and Drakey might be about even.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Bear had already opened this, so yeah, Bear is just like 10 seconds behind. Whereas Leaf is almost an entire mile behind.
yeah. We know what the ice rod's in Logshot Cave, and so I imagine Drakey will pick it up on his way to GT.
Yeah.
The boss, this was a Mothula, whatever it was easy.
Yeah, my boss was Mothula.
My boss was Mothula, I don't remember what the TR boss was, but we could beat it.
Yeah, that was Armos.
Oh, it was the other Armos. The only other the Trinex always seen so far is Place Lamb the Lesson Desert. But.
Yeah. Now, anything can happen in the climb.
Yeah.
This is Randomizer. We have blue male 10 hearts. I'm still not completely safe. Yeah, we have 2 safety items, true.
Yeah.
But if you're on ice and you suddenly have 2 crystal rollers that you are bumping into each other, that can quickly kill you. So
I think we still have a blue potion between all of our runners, so they picked
we
up
do.
early.
We do.
So we have some safeties right now. I did also miss the fact that the Poke Room in GT got replaced with. We replaced the floating skulls with the statues and the Poke with the floating skull. We have people in chat talking about a crew of crystal rollers. And by that I mean a member of the crystal roller crew.
I was a bit close for comfort, Leaf. That's 1 heart and you're stepping onto the goo in Mire.
Yeah, thankfully when the boss is dead, the goo is neutralized.
Yeah. He was stepping onto it to get the last swing.
Yeah. Alright, GT time for Fear.
Yeah, hook room and then full left.
No, you know, I don't really think you should do like help room at full left in this. I think you need to like try to push off the boss Ice Armos as long as possible and the boss shuffles.
Yeah, but we also didn't get any key in hook room.
Yeah.
So Leaf and Drake are gonna be a lot more in sync going into GT.
Yeah. Yeah, legitimately, I say like when you're doing this, you should be doing DM strats.
Yeah.
But I guess though I guess Beer's just gonna go full left. So if Drakey or Leaf opt to go and push to Compass Room first, then they'll have a much bigger advantage. So I have to imagine Beer's going to go grab the keys out of DM and then head for Compass Room.
Yeah. Looks like it. Yeah, this is Randomizer. When you see a heart container, you pick it up. Wait, Beer. Beer is continuing left.
No, Beer needs to get the small keys out of DM room. I think he's just getting them because there were two of them in here.
Okay.
Yeah. Drakey's gonna do. Oh, Drakey's gonna go for tall room first.
Oh.
Yeah,
This is
you
okay.
know, but the way this seat's gone for them, this is completely understandable. Leaf's gonna go full left.
Yeah. And yeah, Beer is also doing child room. So this could literally be a very even climb. It's not.
Yeah, but Drakey's gonna be the first one to Compass Room.
Yeah, but Fear Agent has 3 more checks here.
True. First slam Melissa we've seen.
Lemon on ice, not fun. Okay, Compass Room, what do you have? A sword. And the big key.
Yeah, Drakey's.
Wait! Beer got wall mastered!
Oh no! That's gonna swing
They know
it
it's there.
because
They know
yeah.
it's there.
It's also Gold Sword 2.
Yeah, Wallmaster is in Randomizer. Yeah.
I mean, that Wallmaster's there normally.
True, but oh no, Leaf!
Oh no!
The door slammed.
Yeah.
The door slammed shut. So this is very, very, very close right now.
Yes.
This is where nerves will come in. Yeah, Leaf is restarting here. He knows he doesn't have... They know that they don't have the time.
Yeah.
And do remember that Bear is the only one with silvers in this.
Oh, good. We have a dead rock in the gauntlet. Let's watch our runners try to parse out the fact that there's a dead rock on the gauntlet, so we're need to cast Quake or use Powder.
Yeah.
Try and exit Melder. Okay, it's a first gold stair.
Yeah, we have a green potion there. Yeah, this is going to be down to the wire, and how close this race is going to be. Yeah, true. Silvers don't make...
Oh,
Tricky!
oh no. Oh, forgot a
Has
fairy.
a fairy. Has a fairy. Has a fairy. That's good. Leaf taking out their powder, taking their own fairy there.
Oh, nice bumper in that room. Oh, good. The room that we love to do is as if the Mari has it, just a red buzz beetle.
Yeah, the ALTTPR has earned in some time here. Back on Drakey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's...
Hi, Ether.
You know, that... Ether is... Oh, hey, Viddy. Good thing we have a Quake and a nice gold sword just to deal with you today. Fortunately... At least through Cold Stare...
There is still a Ganon fight. Still, anything can happen.
Yeah. We still have Aga cycles to worry about as well.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 3 of the T have done a absolutely fantastic climb here.
Yeah.
I got 2 down for Drakey. I got 2 down for Homebia.
Oh, Fear missed all those shots. Be the first to drop, but Beer will probably sneak by him with the silvers at the end.
Yeah, gold sword silvers for Homebia. Breaking in the news that, yeah, Ice Palace had the silvers.
Yep.
And 4 silver shots here for Homebia. That's an exploding Ganon for Homebia. Single G for 3 of the T.
Please get a congratulations for OMAPR finishing with 121.35.
That's an exploding cannon for Drakey. That's exploding cannon for Fair Agent.
Yeah, Ricky finished
Get your
about. Sorry, GG's.
Yeah, GG's. Get your GG's in chat for 3 of the T, represented by Fair Agent and Homie Bear, which takes this race.
Yes. Give everyone.
Yeah, we are gonna watch Lee finish up here because they are on the Ganon fight. Then I hope we are going to get some, if not all, of our runners into the commentary booth here. And that's the exploding Ganon for Leaf. Get your GTS in chat for TM32 God Route.
Yep, so we'll go mark this done, and we'll see if we can get the member in interview just in a second. Well, I see if you're in the waiting room. I see beer as well, so I'll pull them both up and then we'll see. GG's.
Hello.
GG.
GG.
Hold on.
GG. GG. We are getting everybody.
Yep.
GG's.
Oh, GG's.
GG's.
That was interesting scene. Did you all find the hammer early-ish?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've first minute and a half.
So there is one thing that happened here that we do need to talk about early on, and that is those myths.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, both Drakey and Leaf died going for the big key.
Mm.
And
I was only
did not
going
go
for it 'cause
back
they did.
there.
Oh, you needed it.
Oh. Oh, for Easter. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For Easter, yeah.
That's
that was an
yeah,
unfortunate
that was
thing.
our glove. So okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that unfortunately made the routing a little bit unfortunate in the Dark World, not being able to. So like, Homie Bear, I think you were the one. You went up the mountain and was like, "Hey, I can do the entire mountain."
Fear went up the
in one
mountain.
go.
Fear.
Sorry, Fear. Yeah, Fear.
Yeah. And then kind of like you pulled the bow off of nice Mitz locked both bows today, of course. Not sure if the bow was hard required for anything today.
There was
Was
yeah,
there a red
there was a
Igor?
mimic. There's a red mimic and a red Igor in the 4th room of
The
Gauntlet.
climb? Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was next to the. It was great. We had 2 bow locked enemies, 2 bow enemies, and a dead rock in a kill room
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
with a conveyor. I hated it.
I got.
I don't know about you, Fear, but I'm ready to let our teammates race the next one.
Yeah, I'm done with this. I felt bad because I had the key for Hyrule Castle, but obviously there's the mimic there, and I was like, I'll just mimic clip, and then I'm like, wait, he has an item. Like that would be dumb. So then we just left and didn't come back till later. And actually, we were kind of worried because we last located that mirror. There was nothing. It had to be in pod at that point.
Yeah. Leaf,
Yeah,
I think you just took the key and just like, bye, Mimic. I'm just leaving you here.
I took the key and said, hey, I don't need to kill the mimic if I have another key.
Yeah, I think we were
Yeah.
kind of mixing like key drops and this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pierce
Yeah.
said, like, there's an item on the enemy, and I'm like, maybe. And I'm like, I don't know, probably, whatever. It's fine, just leave.
It's been one of those days already, hasn't it, Fear?
Oh yeah, I
Randomizer
totally
messes with the
forgot.
brain.
Yeah, there was only a key. I was thinking it was an item. It could have been an item,
Yeah.
but
When you said
I-
that, I was like, oh yeah, I think you're right, actually. So
We were wondering about that for a while.
yeah, that was messing with my brain a little bit.
Yeah, and then towards the end, it was super close. It really, really was. It was nail biting.
Yeah.
good
Beer-
watch back.
Yeah, Beer, you got... So, Leaf, you took the death. You took a death, but Beer also got grabbed by the Wallmaster on the right side.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Wallmaster over there, too?
Beer
No,
also
the
did
vanilla Wallmaster.
Yep.
Beer also did
Oh.
Tile Room on his own
So
volition, by
Drakey.
the way.
Yep.
Okay.
Drakey did it to get a key. They didn't even go to... They decided to do tile room to do a key to decide if they went down the right side or not.
It was a little weird though, because of the DR logic, it was 50-50 small key, big key, I think. Because there was only 2 other keys in the front, and so the big key
Mhm.
is like a pretty high chance to be there because it blocks like 2 other checks in the climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need at least one more key to show up to put anything else in logic in dungeon.
Yeah. So maybe not 50-50, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. So Fair was into GT a lot earlier than the other 3, but he had to go the entire left side and just cleared it and got nothing. So that let everybody else catch up.
Fear had the boomerang though. Yeah,
But
I think
um,
the shout out or whatever I want to make real quick was I raced Drakey in League last season, and they beat me by like I think the exact same amount of time this season.
But yeah, in Ganon hunt mode.
Yeah. We were dropping in like, well, depending on what happens, all of us will be on Ganon, even if we lose. So it'll be a close race, and then Drakey
Pretty
finished
much.
right after. I was like, oh, yes, it is very close.
Yeah, Drakey was first into Ganon, but didn't have silvers. So,
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that helps.
yeah, that's the one thing that TM32 really caught in on, because you just decided not to do ice after going in once.
I mean, I go in ice, I see one item, bow lock, I'm like, if you have the bow, you can do it after, I'm going to pod.
understandable.
Oh, that was the big key. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
You were mirror go mode, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just the mirror, so it was like, yeah, front of pod that has at least 4 items, maybe 5. Or ice with already the knowledge, yeah, there's one thing locked behind the bow that you don't have. Yeah.
We were a little bit worried about pod there, because we were running out of items, and if there was an item on the boss, Tricky, you couldn't have gone to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, we were like, okay, we already had a bad start with the meat. We have to cut corners somewhere.
Yeah, that's fair. That's entirely fair. But yeah, that was a really fun race to watch. Do watch it back. It will be enjoyable.
So
But yeah.
here, I decided to do a little fact check digging for you.
Oh yeah,
The finish between you and Dreeky was even closer this game.
this game. Oh wow, okay.
It was 3 seconds closer than the last one.
Yeah, we'll just keep doing
Nice.
that every season. We'll trade wins.
And then you'll tie in
sounds
like
fair.
season. You'll tie in like season 20.
Yeah, perfect.
And then somehow there will be a negative time difference, and that'll be the admin's problem.
Oh. Yeah,
If I
can
this
has-
one, this one was fun. I think it'll be fun to watch back.
If I can be remembered for one thing, please remember me for the guy who softlocked himself in
Oh,
in
yeah.
his turn. Thank you.
Yeah, you did do that.
So just to explaining, I was so sure I was not using my key when I died in Eastern because it was dark and we hit the fire bar and I was like, okay, I still have the key. I wasn't able to go through the doors. Never mind, we are going back. And I'm like, oh, I can do it from the back because I still have the key.
Oh,
I don't have the key because I used the key at the same time I died. So I do the clip and just softlock myself between the door and the blocks.
I will make sure to heckle them about this for a little while.
Thank you.
that's funny.
Beer, you will enjoy seeing that on the restream. I guarantee you that one.
Yeah.
But we were just watching, and we were just like looking at a second, looking for Jiki to get their mitts, and we're like, "Wait, what?" I missed that he had coming from the north. I thought he had, and then I'm like, I was trying to puzzle it out of my head, and like, oh no, well, you guys are still trying to cut time, so more time to cut. But yeah, no.
Thanks for the comp.
That was a great race. I had a really enjoyable time.
Really do. So yeah, that means there is still a very big race for who gets the last spot out of this group and into playoffs. Play of the T, you are now very well placed in this group. Seeding pending. And TM32, that last game on Sunday is looking even more needed now.
Yeah, basically,
if the Pugs lose, right? Then I think you're in.
If Pugs lose, we're in.
But, yeah.
If Pugs lose, we're in. If we win, we're in. Otherwise, we lose to a tiebreaker for a. I lose to a tiebreaker for a 4th consecutive season, and a main tournament group. So I'm a little salty at the fact that we're back in a tiebreaker position again, and I don't think you can blame me at this point.
No.
Well, thankfully, it's not like Pugs has to go against the one team that hasn't lost a single match this entire league season yet or anything.
One of the most terrifying trios of players in the community.
Yeah.
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 I don't envy whoever has to play them, which
I'm not afraid. Bring them on. Bring them on.
Yeah.
yeah, you can have them, but unfortunately, you guys won't be seed number 8 to play them.
Oh. Well, we'll get there.
You'll get to seed number 8 eventually.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you all for running today. It was an absolute joy to watch you play Rando. It is not easy playing Randomizer at all.
That's why I'm
not
not
playing
anymore,
I told Beer, like, before we start, all right, just remember to keep me
Oh.
my tilt, like I'm gonna get tilted and just help me, please. Just calm me down. And turns out it was the I who had to keep Beer from tilting because he had a couple deaths where he's like throws his controller. So I hear some sort of crashing or something. And I'm like, dude, stay calm. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna assume that you need some calming, and you have the best teammate around for it.
Yeah.
I did not
was
expect that
very-
Beer was gonna tilt.
Yeah.
Because, like,
He
from my
did a good job of
Beer's
not
one of the
tilting.
chillest people in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think
didn't
there
really
was
I didn't
chill.
know fear helped me not tilt, and then everything was calm again. And
That's-
then
Yeah.
I laughed.
That's
Yeah.
the sign of a good team. That's the sign of a good team. A team that can
Yeah.
keep each other calm.
Yeah.
I
So,
think
well done, you two.
I think Bear had like 3 overworld deaths in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Sounds about right. And then I
the
got
chain, the chain chomp next to Catfish was a particularly good one.
That one was avoidable,
check.
but I saw it coming. Like I watched it in slow motion happening, you know?
Oh, one of those.
But it was very avoidable. I was like, I might die, but I think I can get around it, and then I died anyway.
Oh yeah. I just have one question for TM32. When did you remember that you had half magic, a sword, and bombos? Because it wasn't in mini game.
I remembered it about the time I was in Ganon's tower. So,
I'm pretty sure
I
you were
remember
whipping
the
it out
bomb-
in Agate Tower too. But yeah.
yeah, actually, I did pull it out in Naga Tower. But, yeah, Mini Mortem Cave, I stared at and went, you know what? This is fine. I can I can kill a Gibdo with a fighter sword. That's fine. The Gibdo's most threatening enemy in that pile.
The mini
It's not
Helvesaur
even-
killed. The mini Helvesaur killed itself.
Honestly,
Mini
it's not
Helvesaur
even
jumped up the
the...
bomb.
It was not even the idea of remembering having boss. I just completely forgot you can bomb boss in this room at all.
That's because you play swordless, dear.
Yes. And Swordless is the best mode. Fight me.
Well, we're going to have
Yeah.
long slashing weapons, and you're going to have a stubby little hammer. So
And Driki will probably win.
true.
Let's be honest here. Driki's really good at this.
Give me my Ganon Swordless Silverless, please. I
You know
want
what?
more.
That'll be fun to watch. How about that?
Hey.
But
Yeah.
looks
Do you
like
have,
there's
do you
a
have
game on
any?
Sunday.
There definitely is. Do you have any last words for the seed or the viewers?
Please don't lock yourself in Eastern. It's dumb.
In case this is my last one, thank you for a great league season, everybody. It's been a blast playing this season. So hopefully there's more of me on these restreams. I'd like to be in playoffs for once in my life, but
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we got one
I
more game.
think you'll be all. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
I would. I imagine. I mean, the pugs
We'll
aren't going to beat. Pugs are not going to beat Usbo. Sorry, pugs. So you'll be all right.
Usbo is ridiculous. Usbo is a ridiculously stacked team.
Well,
But I mean, go ahead, Toph.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say they're a very strong team, and yeah, we're all strong teams in this invitational, but they're kind of in their own league. It feels like, having watched them.
I was just gonna say, Andy knows where he can fight fair. So
That's right. Bring it on. And then bring on
216
Usbo.
podcast.
We're ready. We're ready. Yep.
But yeah, just to kind of wrap everything up, we still do have a bit more of league action tonight, later on today here. On SpeedGaming 5 tonight at 9 o'clock, Risky and Terrible Gambits and Past Opponents will be facing off. It'll be J Mash and Simple Clips versus James of Fanatics and Pichu. Over on the ALTTPR League for Invitational, we will, if you want to talk about a team that misses the playoffs, we have Sphere Funentity versus
They're not missing it this
JK
year.
Lowell. No, I know, but that was one of their previous team names. We have GFE and Jolo versus Jesse and Gaysden. So that should be a fun matchup. And then we also have leader on tonight. No restream as of yet. Relegation Chest Boots versus Grouchy Old Men. Tiverius and Hexodus versus Pi and Lunaga. And then plenty of matchups tomorrow. Heading into the weekend. an Randomizer, so it should be really fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for the restream and the comms. Super appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah,
same.
no problem.
This is gonna be a fun one to watch back. And GG's. Good luck next time
Jeez.
on Sunday.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck on Sunday. Have fun with my teammates. I'm going to join Fear on the sidelines and let people who enjoy the Randomizer do things.
So yeah, thank you all for coming here. Thank you all for racing. And thank you, Top 5, for joining me in the commentary booth. It was really fun. But yeah, that will be it for us today in this channel right now. So see you all next race, and have a good one. Bye.